to another episode of Good Advice. Now, in this video, this one is Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharp having a conversation, right? In this conversation, there is some amazing advice that you, as a man, have to really pay attention to. Now, let's go ahead and get into this clip, and then we'll talk about everything on the other side. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, especially when you get out of a relationship, because you will be trying to figure out what the hell happened then. Why is dating so weird? Yes, it is very weird, extremely weird. But with that being said, let's get right into this, man. Let's get into this clip.
Always told me you're gonna meet women and women gonna come into your life and they gonna always have somebody from their past that will always have access to them.
All bitches cheat. What they do is that they gather up all these niggas that they think could be a replacement of you on their Instagram following list.
One person.
Is that one special person?
There will always be one person that will always have access to her no matter what she says to you.
All you gotta do is call him up and say, hey, and he will drop whatever it is that he is doing.
And another thing she said was every time you date somebody, you always have to remember you are really not the one she want to be with. The one she really want probably just wouldn't get his act together. Yeah, them two things, it stuck with me forever.
Listen, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something. All right, so my grandmother, right? The message that my grandmother gave me was this. She said, if you want to get over a woman, go get a new one. Go get a new one. Now, that actually stuck with me for a bunch of reasons, especially now that I'm doing this channel or, you know, constantly doing these episodes. The fact that there are 2 million more women, black women, specifically black women, but if we want to talk about all women, there's 3 million more women in the United States than there are men. So men, the upper hand that you have, and you have to use this, you have to utilize this information. The fact that there are 3 million more women in the United States, that means you never run out of options. So every woman doesn't get a man. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you're attractive or not, because the numbers are the numbers. When you have a broken heart, it does mean you possibly could have chosen the wrong woman, but it also means that there's another opportunity awaiting you. Now, I get it. The broken heart, it hurts. You're mad, you're angry, you're confused, you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And now all of a sudden you don't trust no women, you don't trust nobody. And that's fine, because I'll tell you this. This was some great information that came from DMX, that came from a lot of people who really gave me some real game. What you should do is trust the woman to be who she actually is. In the majority of my videos, I always ask you guys, when you're listening to a woman speak, is this a wife, companion, a fun girl, or a gold digger? The reason I always pose that question is because I want you to think. And I know it's a little hard to think, but if you thought about what a wife sounds like versus what a fun girl sounds like, you would be able to make a better decision really fast. And you would be able to make that decision before you get down on your hand, before you get down on your knee and present that ring to her. You would be able to see things because you have, if you're taking your time and you're actually listening to her, you're actually watching her, and then you're kind of looking at how things around her are moving, you'll be able to see a lot more. Now, it does require some patience, and it does require you to actually have something, leverage, right? This is why I'm telling you, better mind, better body, better finances, because when you have those 3 things in order, the other things don't matter that much, right? Of course, a woman wants a man that's 6 feet tall. She wants him to have, you know, to be over 6 inches, right? And look, listen, I've seen women that I respected. I've seen them come in close proximity with a man who has some money, and all that respect I had for them went out the door. it went out the door. It went to the trash. It went to the gutter. I've seen this on multiple occasions. I'm talking about women. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, not only is she beautiful, but she's beautiful because of her mindset, because of the fact that she will play her role. She will play her position. She seems like her mind is in the right place. Wait. Before we continue with this video, I need you to do me a huge favor. Like this video, then subscribe to the channel. After you do that, hit that notification bell for more videos like this. All right, let's get back to the video. Right? Meaning she ain't going for the money. She ain't with you for the money. She with you for the same reason you want her to be with you, because you think she really likes you. You think she's really there for you. That's why you want her. But then when you realize, damn, wait a minute. You want the nigga with the money too? Yes. Yes. So this is why I'm telling you, elevate yourself, fellas. Elevate. Climb to a higher level. See something better. For me, it was this simple. Doing different delivery jobs. Instacart, DoorDash, right? Doing those different things. What that always brought me was being able to see how people are living, right? You have people who have a house that looks like everyone's house. So you can't tell this house from that house. But then you go to certain neighborhoods and you like, oh my God, none of these houses look the same. All of these homes look like a work of art, right? Here's the thing. In order to do that, you got to have some money. Now, that doesn't even include who they are or what they're doing, type of cars they driving, how expensive the groceries and the gas is in those areas, right? Because those things keep broke people out. But what I'm saying to you guys is this. When you have money, the women, even the women that you respect, even the women that you fully respect, those women will change up on your ass. Now, there are some women who will not, but I'm just telling you, I've seen this shit with my own eyes. When you get your life together, life is different. It's different. So I'm here to encourage you. Get it together, fellas. Get it together. Work on your credit. Get your credit right, because when you do those type of things, it gives you access. For instance, going to a Lakers game, sitting close to the court side, right? Sitting close to court side seat tickets, right? Meaning you're like row 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to like 12, right? Like those are still, in my opinion, really good seats. But what I have not achieved yet is actually being courtside. Now, imagine that there's people who have multiple season tickets that are courtside. Imagine how much money that actually is, where they can actually bring friends, family, multiple people, right? Think about that. That's a big deal. That means you really got your shit together. Now, I'm going to tell you this, fellas. Complaining does one of two things, right? Either keeps you in the relationship or it's getting you to come back to that relationship. Neither one of those things will play out in your favor if that woman is done. If that woman is letting other men beat the brakes off that thing, telling you that complaining ain't gonna do nothing good for you. And remember, remember this: there are millions more women on this planet than there are men. Millions, not ones, twos, tens, hundreds, millions, fellas. Millions. That's a big deal. A really big deal. And now in today's day, what we're living in, this hookup culture, friends with benefits, situationships, flings, vacay bays. Listen, a lot of women are participating in these things. Y'all looking at what I'm looking at. What this woman do for a living? How the hell is she going to Bali? How the hell is she, on a vacation every month? Come on. Stop. Everybody is not making that money because the numbers don't say so. Right? When you look at how many people are actually making over 200,000, let's bring the number down. When you look at how many people are making 100,000 plus, I'm gonna round the number up and call it 20 when I think it's actually like 17 or something like that. It's like 17 or 18% of people are making that. If you got a 17% on your test, did you pass or fail? Actually, let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. Out of that 17, 18%, again, let's use easier numbers. That means 80% of people are not making that. 80%. Come on. You guys are a little bit smarter than, some people on the planet. Come on now. 80% of people ain't making 100,000. That lets you know that these dating standards are ridiculously high, especially when the woman is not what those guys actually want. Think about it. If you had that much money, would you deal with certain women? Because I can tell you, I have a hard time dealing with certain women now, and I'm not up there yet. I'm not up there. I'm kind of close, but I'm not up there yet. Now, with all of this being said, I have to ask you guys this question. Have you ever heard this type of advice? And what do you think now that you've heard it? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming a better version of yourself. That means you 2.0. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.